Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Campbell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 89 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 58 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And now here's a carry heading left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Raiders have got him.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second down now after the sack.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Fresh set of downs here. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. It's a 3-point game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, but no problems converting there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the clear. 30, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Point after try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Chiefs now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play.
Here we go.
I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Point after here coming up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
They're going to look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And some room to maneuver. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 28.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chiefs are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Raiders have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. About halfway through the second quarter, the ball's going to come out on the run. He'll pick up only a few yards here. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Williams is going to haul in the pass, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. Score now tied at 10. Third down, inches to go. Balls is able to make the catch in traffic, and this play will go for 6. That takes the lead up to 7. Final seconds of the half. Copel's got the reception, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 47-yard line. Chiefs would go on to kick a field goal. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get back out to Arrowhead as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to let.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now here comes Kansas City. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go!
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides.
And the Raiders have got him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit. And sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they're talking about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Green 39.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, with the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And look out. I think he's going to go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second down and just one. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down. That's Ballard. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
The previous play is under review.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Oakland, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.